Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 13, episode 13. Oh, okay. And it was titled 10-10-20. It's finally the wedding day, y'all, so she could stop talking about it. Praise God. But anyway, before I get into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all. So like I said, it is about time for the wedding day. They said it's the day before the wedding. They show like a little scene with her and with Cynthia and Noel. They're getting like massages, but you know, they got their clothes on and stuff. Maybe because of COVID, I don't know. But she talking about, are you excited about the wedding? She like, yeah, but you know, girl, it's gonna be a hurricane. And then we see Portia talking about how she gonna be the best dressed at the wedding, because Dennis gonna be there and she got the stunt for her ex. And then we see Drew, she there with the kids, Ralph included. So then it's rehearsal dinner. So it's still 10-19-20. So it's pouring down raining, y'all. Like it is raining. And it's the rehearsal dinner, and her house is a nice size, but it's not that big and roomy for all them people to be up in there. So I know they was hot. I hope she had that AC on high. Cause it's still be hot in October in Atlanta. Even with the crazy weather that's been going on, Atlanta still be hot. So it was a lot of people. But anyway, she had her family there because, you know, it's rehearsal dinner. So she ordered some pizzas and stuff like that because it was supposed to be outside in her backyard. But because of the rain, they had to bring it inside or whatever. So Mallory, she pulled Cynthia to the side saying that she wanted to kind of talk to her about some stuff. And Eva pops up and she's going to be another bridesmaid. Did Mallory end up being a bridesmaid? I think so. I want to say yeah, because she talked about how the dress didn't fit or something like that. So I think Mallory was a bridesmaid, or maybe a matron of honor. Is it a matron, maid, or matron of honor? I don't know, because I didn't have that type of wedding long time ago. I went to the Justice of the Peace, and you know that marriage ain't last. But I mean, we held on strong for 9 good years. But anyway, what was I about to say, child? I don't know if Mallory was a bridesmaid, because is Mallory married or is she divorced? I don't know if she was a maid of honor, matron of honor, or a bridesmaid, but I know she was in the wedding party. But anyway, Eva gonna be a bridesmaid, Candy gonna be a bridesmaid, and Kenya is gonna be a bridesmaid. So Cynthia tells us how the blogs was talking about her and stuff like that, and how she was kind of getting anxious, or you know, feeling some type of way about the blogs writing about her or whatever. But girl, you had to know the blogs was going to write about you. You had 250 people at a wedding during COVID. So they mainly show Wendy Williams. I didn't watch the show, but I know she had said some not so nice things about, you know, Cynthia having on them people at her wedding or whatever like that. But at any rate, she go outside with Mallory and Eva. Was Mallory out there too? Yeah, I think Mallory's. I don't know. Mallory was out there, and I just watched it. That's sad. I think Mallory was out there with her. And then Eva, I know Eva came out there. And then Cynthia came out there. And then Kenya walked up. It was raining. So no. Mallory wasn't out there at that time. Kenya walked up, and then Cynthia went inside to get Kenya a glass of wine. That's what it was. I was like, I know it was 3 people outside. And so then Eva and Kenya was just chatting. And then Cynthia came back outside. And I want to say Mallory came out there with her. And then Mallory started talking about, well, her dress didn't fit, and then Kenya said one of the dresses didn't fit her. So I guess they was trying on dresses, and then at some point Candy showed up, and I think Candy said that her dress wasn't fitting right over her butt, or maybe that was Kenya. I don't know, but I was like, did they not get the dresses fitted? Did they just buy dresses? Like, what's going on? Why are they not fitting the way they supposed to fit? And then when Candy came up, Cynthia was like, oh, hey, Mistress Angel. I'm like, here we go. You were supposed to leave the bachelorette-ish in the bachelorette party. Why are we still talking about it on 10-19? Like, we just had the bachelorette party 10-10. Oh, no, not 10-10, child. 10-1. Why are we talking about it on 10? Why I say 10-19? 10-9. Child, I need to get this together. I need more sleep. Because I'm like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. Maybe because I was putting 10-20. Okay, that's what I did. All right. Yep. Scratch that. It was 10-10. So it was 10-9. 20, not 10, 19, child. The 20s is messing me up. But anyway, she like, hey, Mistress Angel. She was like, last time I saw you, you was whipping me or something. I said, oh my God, why is we finna talk about this? And then somehow Eva was like, well, what happened at the party? And Mallory was like, yeah, because it was all front page news and I had to let it be known it wasn't me. And Cynthia was like, yeah, it wasn't me or whatever. And then Kenya, so they was chatting about the party or whatever like that. Kenya started talking too much. She starts saying like people was doing this and I'm like, why is we still talking about this? And why is you still dropping tea about the party? Like, shut up. Like, don't take her nowhere. Don't rob no bank. Don't go to no parties. Don't go to Vegas. Don't get drunk around. Like, don't do nothing around her because she gonna be all this. Just talk, telling all the tea. If Eva and Mallory wasn't there, then they don't need to be hearing about the party. They should have been there, but they wasn't. So they shouldn't know nothing that happened except for what was on the screen. Like, child, bye. But Candy was just like, well, you know, it was multiple people having fun or whatever. And here go Eva. Well, they made a whole bunch of lies about me, but you ain't gonna talk about it. And Candy was like, they said a whole bunch of lies about me too. And then Kenya was like, well, I don't understand why we just can't call those people out or whatever. Why for, child? Why? Like, why are you so invested? And I think that's when the producers was like, why are you so concerned about what happened in South Carolina? She was like, well, I just think if everybody if it was me, they'd be having a parade or whatever, and I know they already gonna say that I'm lying about what's going on, and I know how they gonna spin it. So why are you saying something? Then just don't put yourself out there for them to say that you lying or you spinning the story. Just don't say nothing at all. Let it be shown and let people come to the conclusion on their own. Like, first of all, Tanya put herself on but I was in her room having snacks. Bitch, we ain't asked you none of that. Shut up. We ain't asked you. Shut up. You talking too much. But so then Candy was just kind of like, because somebody said somebody's lips was on people's lips. So Candy was like, look, as long as it wasn't my lips on nobody else's lips, I don't care. She was just like, I don't understand why we shaming people for having sex or whatever, or doing what they doing. Just let them people live or whatever. And then at some point, Cynthia went inside. She said she wanted to check on her people. Eva went inside. And so it was just Kenya and Candy outside. And so Kenya was basically telling Candy, like, why you not having my back? You keep, like, not saying nothing. And Candy was like, because I'm not trying to get involved in none of that stuff. Like, it's not important. Like, let it be. Like, let it ride or whatever. She was like, well, I know how, she said it again, like, she know how they gonna spin the story and they can't sue her. And Candy like, girl, ain't nobody suing you. She was like, I know they not, because I'm gonna pull you down. I'm pulling Marlo down. I'm pulling all these people. I said, girl, let it go. It's not that serious. It's really not that serious. Like, people fuck. Like, who cares? But anyway, down at Shamia place. So Drew, she over there at Shamia place. Shamia having a niece's party, or it's like a play on words, so like a party at Nice. Is it Nice? Yeah, Nice with the little symbol on top, the little accent or whatever like that. Like French. So she got it like in pink and little French designs and stuff. But you know, they call themselves the nieces. Marlo, Drew, I want to say Fallon, but Fallon wasn't there. Portia, Latoya, and Shamia. They call themselves the nieces, and the other ladies, the aunties or whatever. So she had invited them all over, and then she had shirts with their alter ego name on it. So what was Drew's name? Lickety Split. And I know Portia's was Peach Juice. Somebody was Vagina Vegan, something, child. And I know Latoya's was Trini Girl. What's Marlowe's? I don't remember what Marlowe's was. But anyway, they had the she got shirts with their names on it and stuff like that. So they all get in there and stuff. And then at first it was just Portia, Shamia, Drew, and Marlo. And I think that's how it should have just stayed. I think Latoya shouldn't have showed up. But they get there and they just chatting like, well, who gonna be? Y'all going to the wedding and stuff? And they like, yeah, we going to the wedding. We having a good time. Everybody gonna be there. They was like, well, who there? He there with Cynthia there. Yeah, they all there. They having a wedding rehearsal and all that other stuff. So they chatting about that. And then somehow it came up about the page 6 stuff. And then what's the face? Kenya posted on her social media her riding a bull. I guess this was at the pumpkin patch or whatever. And she hashtag it wasn't me or whatever. And so then Marlo coincidentally had put on her hashtag, put on a picture that she had, it wasn't me. So they was making reference like it wasn't them who was in the room with Bolo or whatever like that. So they was talking about that. And then Marlo was like something about me and Kenya are friends now, whatever like that. We have like a high and by acquaintance. I don't even think she said friend, but she said we have like a relationship where you be cordial and stuff like that and talk and stuff. And if Portia wasn't cool with it or whatever like that, then that'll be okay because Portia doesn't dictate who I'm friends with or whatever. So Portia looking like, girl, what that got to do with the it wasn't me hashtag? Like, what did you okay. She was like, what did you talk about? She was like, well, I was just saying or whatever. And she was like, oh, okay. And so then LaToya popped up. So then LaToya come down, Drew went to the bathroom. So she was trying to change it to her shirt or whatever. So they was like, oh no, Drew in the bathroom, so you can't change your shirt. Child, she was like, well, I could change right here. So she just changed right in the little common area. What I said, oh, okay. You just got your titties. All right. Okay, girl. So then she put her shirt on and stuff like that. And then they started playing, and then Drew came out the bathroom, and then her and LaToya was just like, oh, hey, girl, chopping it up and stuff. So it was good vibes. Nothing was popping off or nothing like that. They started playing like this Truth or Dare Jenga. So the Jenga pieces had little things on it. You ripped it off, saw what the dare was or the truth was or whatever. So they looked like they was having a good time. At one point, Marlo had to run around or do 5 laps topless. She pulled out her big old tea. I said, okay, Marlo, I see they still sitting, girl. But they looked like they was having a good ass time. So then somebody had said something about Toya had brought up Bolo. I said, oh God, why is we still talking about Bolo? So she started talking about Bolo and stuff and saying how Bolo got on camera and saying that he had slept with Tanya and Portia. So Portia was like, I know you a lie. She looked scared though. But anyway, she was just like, I know she was like, no, I'm just joking or whatever. And so Marlo was like, oh, I was about to say, I know with all that money y'all got, y'all couldn't come up with a bag to give her. I said, Marlo ain't shit. So then it came up. So she was like, I think LaToya was just like, well, did you sleep with him or something like that? And so Shamia was like, why are you asking her that? Like, because she was like, well, did you and Tanya sleep with him or something? So Shamia was like, well, did you come up with that question on your own or was that brought on by Kenya? She was like, oh no, I just was asking the question because I want to know because I feel like Kenya leaked it to the blog. So then Portia was like, girl, I think you leaked it to the blog because you coming with some weird energy right now. Like, why are you asking me these questions and stuff like that? Is you about to take this information and leak it and stuff? And I can understand where she's coming from because, like, she don't really know LaToya like that for her to be all up in her business and stuff. And so LaToya was like, no, I wasn't. Let's just change the subject and stuff. So then they was like, oh, okay, now you want to change the subject because you the VP of the it wasn't me hashtag and stuff and all this other stuff. So then she was like, well, no, let's change the subject. And she was like, because I don't really care. So Drew was like, oh, but you do care. She was like, how you figure I care? She was like, because at the dinner, you was all like, how can I be a married woman and be all up on Bolo and stuff? And then she was like, yeah, because you talking about something, I don't value marriage and stuff, but yeah, you all backing it up on Bolo. Like, do you value marriage and stuff like that? Child, Drew was like, that's why your husband trying to cancel you. I said, bitch. Now he's trying to cancel her. Now he's trying to cancel her. So then they get into it. They go on the back and forth and stuff. And Drew like, I got a perfect marriage. I said, girl, did he ever tell you where he was when he went to Tampa? She said, perfect children. They cute or whatever. And she said, what you not finna do is come all up here and talk about me and all this other stuff. And LaToya forever, ever. No, it'd be never, never or some shit like that. I said, Lord, they going back and forth. She was like, Portia, like, I don't know what just happened. I can't read them. A minute ago, they was just twerking on each other. Now they fighting with each other. Like, Drew finna give her a first class ticket to Chi-Town or whatever like that. I said, Lord have mercy. Then Latoya and them still going back and forth. She like, well, Drew was like, I was on Bolo and I was making my ass clap and stuff like that. Look at this or whatever. She was like, baby, you need to stick to YouTube and not come over here and don't come for me. So then they calm down. I'm just like, oh my God. So then Portia was like, well, Latoya, what was you trying to say? Because maybe it just ain't come out right. Maybe you was just doing some different ish or whatever. It didn't come out right. So she was like, what I was trying to say is, maybe and Kenyon going through some things, like she going through. So Portia was like, well, what is she going through? And so she was like, well, she going through a divorce. He filed for divorce or whatever. And then he asking for alimony. I said, Lord, she just dropping all the tea. And then Drew was like, well, watch what you saying, because you can't be, giving all the tea or whatever like that. She was like, no, but I'm just saying, like, she going through a divorce. And then Portia was like, I'm not Portia. Not Drew. Child, I'm giving everybody name but the right one. Toya was like, yeah, because you went through a divorce talking to Portia. Portia was like, girl, when we in church, don't get up there trying to give your testimony, because you've been to give my testimony. Don't be talking about me. Give your own testimony. I said, exactly. She dropping everybody tea but her own. So I was just like, Lord. And so somehow Portia was just like, look, I'm trying to be cool with you. You keep trying to be my friend, so I'm trying to be cool with you. I'm trying to get to know you or whatever like that. But I can't trust you because, like, who you running back and telling? And so in the midst of Portia talking, Toya started dancing and doing some other stuff. She was like, oh, okay. Who ready to play the game? I was just Portia was like, yeah, I see what shit she on. I'm not even dealing with her. Like, I see she all up Kenya ass or whatever like that, and the rent probably free or something she said. I said, Lord have mercy. It was just weird. And they started playing the Jenga, maybe was trying to anyway, but Shamia knocked all the stuff over, talking about something. Let's just take some shots. I said, Lord. And then finally it's 2020. See, that's why I keep messing myself up. It's 10-10-20. And Cynthia came downstairs telling her mama about some bunny ears she was gonna wear tonight. I said, Cynthia, no, baby. I ain't need to know about the bunny ears. I mean, I'm curious now since you said something about the bunny ears. Like, what you gonna do? What's the rest of the outfit gonna look like? But or you not gonna have no outfit on? I mean, you just gonna have that big old booty out. Like, but you ain't need to tell your mama though. You ain't need to tell your mama. So anyway, the mama said she ready for the wedding and stuff like that. And mama like, look, girl, you done did everything. You done planned the wedding. You done cussed my ass out. You done did everything. But we good. I still love you, baby. And so she said she invited her dad, but her dad didn't want to travel anyway anywhere because COVID. So she low key happy because like she ain't want no nonsense at the wedding or whatever like that. So she said she at peace. She like at her first wedding, she was just like nervous, she was anxious and stuff like that. It didn't feel right, but now she just feels like she's at peace. Like Mike feels like home for her. She loves everything about him. She loves that little bald spot on the top of his little melon. Like she just loves her some Mike, and that's all that matter, girl. And the camera crew didn't go inside, but we already knew that. The camera crew didn't go inside, but they got like some nice footage, some home footage and stuff like that. And I didn't really like the bridesmaids' dresses. Portia's dress was beautiful. Like she was dressed. And Cynthia's wedding dress, simply beautiful. Even on a mannequin, that thing was beautiful. I said, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen a dress, or maybe in a magazine or something like that, but on a dress, on a mannequin, on a show, and it's just like beautiful, like just dazzling. It don't even have to have a body in it to be like dazzling. And then with her inside the dress, oh my gosh, she was just like breathtakingly beautiful, like just beautiful. I was like, oh God, Cynthia. And then that little veil thing, oh my gosh, she was just dressed. She looked amazing. And I like the little runway type thing that fit her, of course, because she, the runway model or whatever. Everybody was there. Drew all emotional, talking about something she did, being at the wedding just made her think about what kind of wedding she didn't have, because it was just her husband, I think the preacher, And I think her baby was there too. But it really wasn't a lot of people there. So she said she deserved a wedding and stuff like that. Mike was up there looking like he was trying not to cry. They did their vows. They were short and cute. And then she already the kiss. He like, no, baby, not right now. I thought it was cute. And then after that, they was married and stuff like that. And then everybody was taking pictures. And then we hear Eva. So I'm like, if the camera crew wasn't there, well, I guess they still was going to be mic'd up. But why would they mic Eva up? She's not even on the show. But Eva was mic'd up, and she was talking to like a random wedding guest or whatever like that. And they was talking about how the wedding was beautiful and stuff like that. And then it switched to, he was like, well, can we talk about all the carpet munching that's been going on? I said, what? Who is this man? And so she was like, oh, they was doing a lot. Like even before the cameras was there, they was looking on each other and shit. I was just like, what? And so she was like, yeah, he was like, the stripper was hot. And I think he said he had a huge D, and then she was like, oh yeah, they said it was huge, and they had him pull it out and stuff like that, and then that's how everybody got fucked. I said, how she know all this? Like, can you tell her all this? Who told her all this, child? I said, what? So then before Cynthia came out, she was taking pictures in her second dress, and she looked beautiful in that one too. And she was whispering to Mike like, look, I just want to go to the hotel, okay? F all these pictures and stuff. And then he was like, me too, baby. I want to see you in them ears. But anyway, she said that he was just happiness. And I was just like, oh, it is hope. It is hope out there. But anyway, y'all, and then last but not least, we saw Portia meeting with Dennis for dinner or whatever like that, and they was just going back and forth. She really felt some type of way because Dennis, before the wedding or whatever, he posted on Instagram that he was single as fuck or whatever. So she was like, well, why would he put that out there? And this whole news about Page 6 and Portia being boloed and stuff. So she just thought the timing was off. She like, you been single, so why are you gonna post it now? And everybody thinking this and all this other stuff. So she let him know, like, what was the point of that? And he like, well, I don't know what you out here doing. You probably doing all this other stuff. She was like, look, I know you free and single, and I know how you do. And I know you talking about something, you ain't dating nobody, but I know you. I know what you doing. Is you effing somebody? And he was just like, no. She was like, look, you can't even look me in the eye. I said, girl, he was effing somebody when he was with you, so why would you think he not when y'all not together? Okay. So they started talking about living together and why she dissolved the relationship, and he was like, well, I don't think it would have been a good idea for us to live together. She was like, why? He was like, you kicked me out 3 times. I said, girl, no, that's too much. 1 time would be enough for my ass. But anyway, he went into how her mama be taking her side and stuff, and the mama be getting in between them when it's time to get PJ or whatever, and she got all emotional because she was like, I didn't have my dad in my life when I was growing up, so I would never interfere with you and PJ's relationship or nothing like that. So don't even do that. And then he was saying, she was saying, like, I don't want to be a bitch, but I gotta act this way to protect myself. And he was like, well, what you protecting yourself for? I wouldn't hurt you and stuff. And she was just saying something like, well, I gotta put my guard up because of X, Y, and Z and stuff. So he was just like, well, she said something like, if we ain't had no baby, we would be over each other, which is true. I'm pretty sure they'd have been over each other if PJ wasn't involved there. They'd have been dissolved it, and they'd have been moved on from whatever. We wouldn't even saw this man on this show, okay? Well, we would have saw him last season. But you all know what I mean. This season we wouldn't have saw him. But anyway, she said she tired. She know he tired, and she just hoped that he had some better communication, or they had better communication together and they could heal from their romantic relationship. And she basically was just like, well, I'm gonna move on, you move on, we move on away from each other, period. And we just come together for our baby, and that be that. And that was pretty much it for the episode, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this episode today that came on Sunday. If y'all enjoyed this recap review, go ahead and put that thumbs up button and hit the share button also. And also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.